Okay, so this is the emotion I'm looking for. Now let's get into the greeting. I walk out to greet you, right? And you don't know me from Adam. I'm a stranger to you. So what is your current certainty that you can trust me when I first see you? What's your level of certainty as a customer? Pretty low, yes? If you've had 1 or 2 bad experiences, how low is it? It's horrible, right? And if you walk out and do anything that even remotely reminds me of the last salesman that was an idiot, what happens?
I'm out.
I'm out.
This guy's just like the rest.
Right, you're just like everybody else, man. The stereotype is reaffirmed, and I'm just like, man, why is that all salespeople are this way? The stereotype stays in place. So what you have to do, and this is the next big principle I'm going to teach you, and then I'm going to show you the execution, is you have to do what is called a pattern interrupt. A pattern interrupt. What I want you to all learn, and I want you to begin to identify, is in the sale, there are always patterns that show up. And in the sale, where there's a pattern, there's an opportunity. You see, the first pattern that happens in the sale process is in the greeting. The customer comes in with a pattern. The pattern is called a stereotype, right? A way they think this is going to happen. As long as you fit in that stereotype, you run the risk of the stereotype staying in place, their certainty level staying low, that they can trust you, high that you're an idiot, right? But their certainty level is not where you want it. You need to break the pattern. So what you're going to do is called pattern interrupt. The pattern interrupt is the ability to take, like back in the day when there were CDs and records, you would scratch it, and if you scratched it, it just wouldn't play anymore. Right? If you scratch that CD, it just doesn't play the song because there's something scratched on across the CD. The same kind of thing in the mind of the client. I need to interrupt their pattern so the CD it doesn't play the same song. I need to knock them off their game a little bit. I got to derail their train of thought so that they can't use that against me anymore. Which means the way I approach people has to cause them to go, this is different. I didn't see this coming. This has got me thinking, this is not the same person that other store was at. This person's coming at me different. And so I'm going to show you that, but in order to show you that, I need to start with the existing pattern. In almost all dealerships, the greeting has been trained universally the same for almost 100 years in the car business. It has all been trained based on an idea that you're supposed to greet the customer with what's called a professional meet and greet. The professional meet and greet that we've been taught in the industry goes something like this. I walk out to greet you and I say, hi sir, welcome to Mack High Chrysler Houston. I'm Jonathan Dawson. You are?
Courtney.
Courtney, pleasure to meet you, Courtney. What brings you out today, Courtney? What information can I get you today, Courtney? What can I help you with today, Courtney? Something like that. But that greeting, hi, welcome, my name is, you are, what brings you out today? That has been taught into our industry for 50 years, 100 years. Is that true, yes or no?
Yes.
Were you all taught something like that probably? Okay. Here's the problem with it. The problem is that only works if the customer and you are on a neutral playing field and the customer is willing to see you as a professional. But what percentage of customers come in totally neutral towards you? It ain't all of them. It's too few of them, yes?
Yeah.
So the problem is when I try that professional greeting, there's 3 patterns that show up all the time if you try to do the greeting the way I just taught. That greeting triggers 3 patterns. I want you to tell me if you've experienced any of these 3 patterns. Right? Even though I've never trained you guys on this is the pattern every other sales team in the world tells me happens. You tell me if it ever happens to you. You walk up to greet the person, you say, hi, nice to meet you, I'm Jonathan, you are?
Right.
You ever gotten one of these?
Limpy limp.
Yeah. How about this? You all right there? He's getting excited. Come on, Kamal. Kamal's getting excited. First pattern that happens, pattern number 1 that happens in the greeting is you get what I call weak or negative body language from the client. Before they say a word, they let you know through their nonverbal language that they're uncomfortable. It often, if you go for the handshake, it often manifests itself in either one of these 3 ways. Either you get one of these weak handshakes, or you get no handshake at all, because they keep their hands in their pocket, they're on the phone or whatever like that, or you get an aggressive handshake. Right?
Back off.
Yeah. Right? So you get weak handshakes, no handshakes, or an aggressive handshake. But right away, you get some sort of negative body language from the customer that is just like, whoa. How many of you guys ever gotten what I call it the Heisman greeting from the customer, right? Where they do this right on the lot, right? They give you the Heisman. You walk up to them, you say, hi there, guys. They go, I'm what?